Hello everyone, welcome back to Molly's Cozy Kitchen. Today we are going to be making multigrain tortillas. I came up with this recipe in the early months of the 2020 pandemic when we ran out of tortillas. I needed to make some, but I didn't have enough all-purpose flour. So I combined a bunch of flours and ended up with these amazing multigrain tortillas. Now, let's get started with the recipe. Okay, we're going to add 3/4 of a cup of whole wheat flour, half a cup of all-purpose flour, 1/4 of a cup of buckwheat flour, half a teaspoon of salt, and half a teaspoon of baking powder into a large bowl or the base of a stand mixer. Whisk that all up, and then we're going to make a little well into the flour mixture. And into that well, we're going to add half a cup of warm water and 3 tablespoons of vegetable oil. We're going to mix that all up. I'm using this really cool Danish whisk because it's so useful for bread doughs. It gets it nicely combined, it's super easy to clean, and it makes it easier to knead later on. Speaking of kneading, we're going to turn out the dough onto a lightly floured work surface, and we're just going to knead that for a couple minutes until it becomes nice and smooth and elastic. Alright, now with our dough, we're going to divide it into 6 to 8 pieces. I went with 6 because I kind of wanted larger tortillas, but you can do whatever size you want. Then we're going to roll them into little balls and place them down on the lightly floured surface. And cover the dough balls with a clean kitchen towel and let them rest for at least half an hour. Okay, the dough doesn't look that different. You might see some little white specks on the top of it. Those are just little pockets of fat, nothing to worry about, don't freak. So we're going to get a little bit more flour on our work surface, and we're going to use a lightly floured rolling pin to roll out the tortillas. I don't have a tortilla press, so to get them perfectly round, I roll them out once in each direction, left to right, up to down, and diagonally. Rotate evenly so that you get nice round tortillas. Alright, we're just going to have a little dough montage, some nice music, and the great thing about this recipe is you can make the dough however you want. You can add some rye flour instead of whole wheat, you can add more buckwheat flour, you can even make it gluten-free with just gluten-free flour and buckwheat flour. It's up to you. You can even add melted lard instead of the neutral oil for a bit more kick. Whatever you like. This is your recipe. Make the tortillas how you want to eat them. Alright, now that we're done rolling out this dough, let's get a nice skillet over medium-high heat. We're going to place it on a tortilla, and after a minute, we should see some bubbling happening. Once the tortilla starts to bubble a little bit. Alright, look, you can actually see the bubbles happening. This is super cool. So after a minute, we're going to flip the tortilla and give it another 15 to 20 seconds. Alright, we're just going to let that cook, and then once it's done, you're going to remove it and put it on a plate with a clean kitchen towel and cover it to keep it warm and soft. Repeat the remaining tortillas. There we go. And there's so many things you can make with it. For a sweet snack, you can toast it with butter and cinnamon sugar. I really like this. You can make a cheesy, delicious quesadilla. This is like one of my favorite things to make with tortillas. The buckwheat gives it a nice toasty, nutty flavor. Or, as my brother likes, a personal pizza. If you like this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click that bell for notifications. You can check out mollyscozykitchen.com for the full written recipe. Thank you all so much for stopping by, and I will see you next time.